So as I mentioned earlier, today we are going to be planting chamomile seeds. And to take into consideration for this experiment is that if we change one of the variables of this experiment, then we will know if it affects or not the growth of the plant. Some of the independent variables we are going to take into consider are the watering amount or the watering frequency or how much sun you expose the plant to. And some of the dependent variables are going to be how many plants germinated from the seeds or the height of the plant. So to obtain the seeds from the chamomile pack, you just need to open the bag of tea, cut it open with some scissors and just spread it around in the dirt. So to get the container for the seeds, we are just going to grab a milk container and just cut it in half, and you will get half of a container and you can plant the seeds there. So now that I just cut it in half, as you can see here, you can just add some soil, mulch, or anything you can do to speed up the growth of the plant. So as I mentioned earlier, the only step for the insertion of the seeds, you just have to open the packet and just spread it around in the dirt and cover it up, not too much, like a couple of centimeters above the seed. You do not want it to be covered with like that much dirt, just a little bit. So once you planted the seeds, the only thing you're going to want to do is cover it with some plastic so that it creates like a greenhouse effect and the heat stays trapped in the container and it just doesn't go flying around. So the watering for this plant is very unusual. You will need to keep the soil moist, not wet. So you're going to be able to water it a few times a week, maybe 2 or 3 times a week. So that means every second or third day. As you can see, the soil, if it's very dry, you just spritz it around with a spray bottle and it will turn moist. But remember, you have to keep it moist and not wet, because if you keep the soil wet, you will drown the plants and kill them.